Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to Card-tober, a series in which I show you how to make a Disneybounding Halloween card every day in the month of October. Today's card is extra special because there's 3 mini cards here for you today. They are Lock, Shock, and Barrel from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas because we are still on the week of Nightmare Before Christmas. Actually, today is the last day. So stay tuned for more. If you guys are interested in seeing the rest of Card-tober, I'll be leaving a link to the playlist at the end of this video so you can take a look at all of the ones you may have missed. So let me get started. Obviously, these are each of the trick-or-treaters from the movie, and I've done little shaker cards, and in each shaker card there's coordinating color sequins and candy pieces in there because they're the best trick-or-treaters in the Halloween town. I've done their coordinating colors as well. So we've got the purple, the green for the green witch mask, and then of course I did trick or treat. So this card, actually let me show you the inside of this one here. So this one says, all you need in life is a friend who has chocolate. I thought that would be perfect because that was an actual quote from a little kid. And then this one is the kind of like powder blue, the green, and then the gray. I've done the ore for this one because it is round, and then of course we have like the greens and the silvers and that kind of thing to kind of represent the bones for the skeleton outfit. And then on the inside I've done You Make Me Smile all over my face because he definitely has a ginormous smile on his face, on his mask as well as his actual face. And then this one here is the devil one, and this is all in different color reds, and red and orange and yellow sequins on the inside as well as all the candy. And this one says treat on the inside here. The sentiment is, a good friend knows all your best stories, a best friend has lived them with you. And I just thought those were perfect little sentiments for each of those cards. So let me go ahead and show you guys how to make them. So what I did was I cut my original card size down from 5.5 by 4 to 2 3/4 by 4. Then I cut down my cardstock accordingly. So I've done the main size, or the main piece, the exact size of the card, and then about 1/4 inch smaller for the next layer, and then I cut out my specific circle or shape die cuts. And I'll show you all the products that I used at the very end because this is going to be slightly time consuming. So let's go ahead and get started on this one here. We're just going to simply glue this first layer down. And we're also using some transparency paper today, which is just clear plastic. And let's go ahead and show you the next piece here. This is the powder blue. Okay, and that's just going to fit right inside the green because his hair is a little bit on the green side. They all have little accents of different colors. For example, on the devil face, he definitely has a little bit of blue in there. I think he has actual blue lips. The next thing I did was I took my glue dots here, and this is a new product that I just started using. They actually come in sheets, and that's been pretty interesting for me because I'm kind of used to the little squares from the Tacky Dot singles. Anyway, what we're going to do is take our circle here and just gradually go through and place it every, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch or so actually. And this is just going to stick on top of the transparency paper. So I'm trying to use something that's going to be a little bit longer lasting and also less messy than glue. So that should be enough for that. Let's put that aside here. And I took my transparency paper in the exact size of the card. So then we're going to place it down on top of it and then place your die cut piece right on top, right in the center. And the next thing I did was I flipped that over and took all of my 3D foam square adhesives and we're just going to layer them in there. I ran out of the 3D foam tape, so instead of going out and buying some, I'm just going to use up some of these really small pop dots that I had. And this is the time-consuming part here, so just bear with me here. I hope you guys are enjoying Card-tober. It is coming to an end, obviously. The month is coming to an end. So I'm kind of excited, but also kind of sad that it's going to be over. I do have some really fun cards planned for the last few days. I am planning on doing not Nightmare Before Christmas, that's what we're doing right now. Come on, Gracie. Haunted Mansion cards. So just stay tuned to find out which ones that I'll be doing. If you're diehard Disney fans, you may already be able to guess what I'm going to be doing. I thought this looks kind of cool. Almost looks like an old rotary phone. Anyway, so just taking off the backings next. Best we can. I'm trying to go as quick as I can, because we got 3 cards to make. See how fast my hands can go. Alright, I think I got them all. And before we flip it over onto the card, we're going to put some of our confetti in there. And I'm just going to use a few little pieces of candy that I colored in very Nightmare Before Christmas style. And then we're going to put in some coordinating sequins. And so I'm just going to be putting in the green and the silver here. If I can get this thing open. Here we go. So a little bit of green and a little bit of silver. Just a cute little nod to the characters' colors. And then we're going to kind of spread it out just a little bit, just so it doesn't get bunched up too badly. And then we're just going to flip this over and place it on top of the card. Now, feel free to actually cut the rest of this transparency paper away, but I actually kind of liked the way it made it kind of almost look like a toy. I just thought that was kind of cool. And now we're going to put our letters on there, just using some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. And just placing that right in the center. Now these cards would be really good to give to like 3 of your best friends, or like 3 family members that maybe live together, just so that they kind of make sense all together. If you're planning to give them away to different people, I would put trick or treat on each of them. That would be my suggestion, my recommendation. And there you have it. There is the very first one. Now we're going to move on to the witch. And again, it's the same size card. Then we're doing the exact same layering that we did in the first card. So the purple on this one goes first. This is kind of the color of her dress. And I did this die cut here, these scalloped edges, because there's a little ruffle underneath her dress, and I just thought that looked really cute. Just a good little nod or reference to the character once again. And then now we're going to put down the green, and this is to resemble her mask. Okay, and we're going to place that down. Again, the next step is to use your transparency paper. Put that on top, just as a guide. And then take your die cut piece and your glue dots and just run them around the whole border here. Just kind of moving as we go along and pressing down and pulling the plastic backing off of them. And that should do it. That's a whole sheet done so far. And now we're going to place that in the center as best we can. All right. Okay, we're going to flip that over and we're going to use our pop dots once again. This process was actually a lot easier than using the glue tape or the 3D foam glue strips, or whatever you want to call it, foam strips, just because for going into these circles, these worked so much better. Just kind of, they are able to pivot a little bit more than the tape, and I liked that a little bit more than having to sit there and hold it all down and get it to work the way I want it to. These just go one at a time. Okay, sorry this is taking so long. I probably should have done some of this beforehand, but I really wanted to show you more of the detail work behind these cards just because there was so much of it. And I didn't want to just reference it or just kind of mention it. Also because yesterday's card was not a whole bunch of detail because of complications and whatnot. So I wanted to make sure I gave you guys some more to see here. And I'm trying to get them close enough together, but thankfully because I'm using the larger sequins, they don't have to be like touching. If you wanted to use fine glitter or something, I would definitely recommend just gritting your teeth and doing the foam strips instead of the pop dots or 3D foam square adhesives. Now we're just taking off the backings. Okay. Ah! Okay. If you guys love Nightmare Before Christmas as much as I do, leave in the comment section down below which character is your favorite. I think I've covered all of the main characters, but if you have one that's like not a main character, but you love them so much, let me know in the comment section. I'd be really interested to see what you had to say. So let's go ahead and put in the candy here, the spooky, creepy candy. And then we're going to put in the color coordinating sequins here in some purple and a little bit of pink, just a bit. Just a little bit. And a little tiny bit of pink. And I know that that's not really in any of her costume, but I just think it looks good with the purple. And then I think we're going to put in a little bit of green as well. There we go. And now we're going to flip that over and place that onto a card. Shake that up a bit. So cute, so fun. And now we're going to put down the letters. So obviously this is going to say treat. And I'm going to place them on top of the card itself beforehand just to make sure I can fit it all in. These letters were a bit of a bear to actually put on them on the card itself, but they were the best letters I had, so we're kind of making do with what we've got. Oops. If you have some tweezers, I recommend using those for this project as well. It just kind of helps with the placement here. And I am trying to go a little bit on the quicker side just because I don't want this video to be too long. And just doing little bits of glue. And you can definitely have more fun with the letters than I'm having fun with them. You can, make them go all zigzag, make them all crazy, whatever you want. Because these characters are definitely charismatic and full of energy, and maybe your letters should be too. Okay. And the K. K and the K. Oh, that one fit a lot better than my original. I'm very happy with that. Hooray! Okay, and now the last but not least, the little devil himself. Again, same size card, same size background, but instead of having an extra layer, since all he has on is just a bunch of red, I just stuck with a couple of layers here. Just some red and some darker red. Okay, flip that over. Basically, it is the same process, but I'm going to show you anyway. It's almost becoming like a little routine here. Put down your transparency paper. Then we're going to flip that over, get another sheet of our glue dots. And these are, let's see, these are the mini size. I'm going to keep that backing because I don't think I'm going to use all of these for just this one frame here. And again, I will be showing you all of the products that I used at the very end, which is coming up. And obviously, if you guys like these cards, I hope you do. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know. Oops, let's not get that stuck to the table. Just gonna flip those over and put it back on that sheet. And then put this on here in the center. Okay, and then this one was a little bit on the trickier side in my original card to get all of the pop dots on there, just because these sides were a little bit on the thinner side. They were a little bit thin. So we're just going to try our best to make sure that the glitter does not go through, or not the glitter, but the sequins. And the candy was a lot of fun to color. I kind of looked at the movie and the different scenes in it with the trick-or-treaters in it. And at one point they were holding up some candy, and these were pretty much the colors that were on the candy. The red and orange, kind of like the original Halloween colors, basically. Okay. As you can see, this one is a lot longer of a process just because it is straight up and down. I mean, not exactly straight up and down, but close enough. And I think I'm putting just a little bit extra on there just because my original, I had some issues. I had to go back in there and put some more pop dots on there just to make sure that the sequins didn't come flying out. All right. And if you guys end up having any character recommendations for an upcoming Disneybounding card coming in November, let me know in the comment sections down below at any of my videos. Let me know what characters you'd love to see be put into a Disneybounding greeting card. And gearing up for November, getting some ideas going. Now we're just going to take off all the backings. I have some ideas planned. I'm also going to be doing some more regular videos in which I show you how I would use or interpret one collection of stamps. More explanation will be coming soon. Now we're just taking all the backings off. Ooh, getting a little sticky here. Whew, that was a lot. Okay. Going to keep that flipped this way and put in the last bits of our candy. Oops, and our sequins, which again we're going to be doing the red, the orange, and a little bit of gold. Just a little bit of red, a little bit of orange, and a little bit of gold. Okay, now we're going to flip that over and press down, shake it up a bit, and last but not least, we're going to put on our letters. I also liked the shape of this particular die cut here because there are like these little sharp bits, which I thought kind of was a good nod to the fact that he has his devil horns and his devil tail, and obviously they have little spikes and horns on them. Okay, just a couple more letters left. All right, 2 more letters left. Such a long process. And the last letter. Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. There are your Disneybounding trick-or-treater Disneybounding cards. Let me show you the products really quickly. So I used the Halloween Hello from Stampin' Up to get the candy. I've used the, let's see, Inkadoo's for all of the sentiments on the inside, as well as this one from Kaiser Craft. I've used the circles, framelits from Sizzix, and I've used the Labels 8 from Spellbinders Nestabilities. And I've also used the Petite Scalloped Ovals Large, again from Spellbinders Nestabilities. And lastly, I have used my Spellbinders, and these are the etched alphabet letters. And that's how I created all 3 of these cards for you guys today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye!